Hello and welcome back to the Sports Brief Podcast. Colton Hall. Got a full show to talk about tonight. Some things with Drew Lock and the Broncos. We got the really big NFC, AFC teams to watch in the playoffs. Marshawn Lynch going back, beast mode going back to the Seahawks, and all that. But the first thing we got to ask you guys to do is subscribe for weekly, really just sporting news, so that way you guys know what's going on. Subscribe so you guys get all the latest hot takes and everything going along with everything that is sports.
The AFC, a team to watch for me is the Tennessee Titans. I picked the Tennessee Titans because they're kind of creeping their way into that number 6 seed. They don't have it locked up yet. They need to beat Houston this week, which will be a tough task. And I think if they don't beat Houston, they need someone. I think they need the Steelers to lose or something like that. But the Titans have all the potential in the world to eliminate a couple teams in the playoffs if they manage to lock up that number 6 seed. That offense, ever since Ryan Tannehill took over, that offense has just like caught fire. Like all of a sudden they have this absurd passing game, and Ryan Tannehill looks like a completely different quarterback than he's ever been. And, I got some Tannehill's stats ever since he joined the Titans. 71% completion percentage. He's got 2,600 yards. I'm not sure how many games he started, but he's got 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a 116.5 rating. So it's pretty dang good if you're talking about Ryan Tannehill, because before this, I don't think anybody really thought Ryan Tannehill was very good when he played for the Dolphins. But I always thought he was something. And I think probably one of the podcasts before the season started, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I said it to my friend who's a Titans fan. I said, as soon as Mariota gets hurt, his career in Tennessee is over. I think Tannehill can throw the ball so much better than Marcus Mariota. As soon as Tannehill takes over, it's Tannehill time in Tennessee. You'll see. And sure enough, he's taken over. And you got to give credit to the running backs. They got one of the top probably 4 or 5 backs in the league, and Derrick Henry. He's having an outstanding year. Deion Lewis, very good pass-catching back. They got some stud wide receivers. They got A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, and Adam Humphries, I think. Their offensive line is solid. And they're starting to put a lot of pieces together. Every single game they play, they're looking better and better. And I thought they were going to beat the Saints this last week. They were putting points up on them in the first half like it was nothing, but they got outcoached there in the second half, and their offense didn't really manage to do much. But their defense is ranked number 4 in the NFL. I think that's a defense that nobody really talks about. I think it's really overlooked. They only allow 16.9 points per game, and they're in the top 10 in yards allowed, sacks, and third down defense. So if the Titans make it into the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a run at the AFC Championship game.
Well, and it's funny you mentioned that. I was looking at them. They've hit a fire. Tannehill has definitely he's done something with that team that has absolutely been great to watch. Skylar, why don't you give me a couple of NFC and AFC teams that you think are going to be really shoo-ins, or teams that might shock some people?
I'm actually going to go with Seattle in the NFC. I picked them before Beast Mode came back. I think we've all seen Russell Wilson has that it factor in the playoffs. Except that one play that's on the coaches.
Yep.
I just think they're really good. They're playing hurt on defense. They're saying they're going to be healthy coming into the playoffs. I really got them and New Orleans. I think is going to be one of those two teams are going to take it.
Yeah.
But if anyone's going to creep up, I think Seattle. I think a lot of people are counting them out. They're 24th in rushing in the NFL right now. They've had major injuries in the backfield. I think signing Marshawn Lynch, I like him. I'm a big fan of it. Am I sold on it? Not 100%. We'll get into that later. But, I think it's going to be a good thing for them. I think they're going to go ahead and make a run if New Orleans doesn't smack them. The AFC, I love every single point you said about Tennessee. In my opinion, if Derrick Henry plays, they beat New Orleans, who I have as my number 1 team in the NFC. Don't sleep on Mahomes, but that's who I got sneaking up. I think they can be dangerous right now. If LaShawn McCoy gets going and this defense keeps playing the way that they're playing, watch out, Baltimore.
The NFC is there's at least, I would say, 4 really good teams that could any really one of them could take it. The Vikings sadly put themselves out of that conversation after this last game, but I'm looking at this from, you have the 49ers, you have the Green Bay Packers, you have the Seahawks, and you have the Saints. And the way I see it is offense wins games, defense wins championships. And when I'm looking at all this, boys, have we forgot about maybe possibly one of the hottest teams in the NFL other than the Ravens? That's not even close to the Ravens. I understand that. The Saints right now are playing some great football. And when you consider the fact that Teddy Bridgewater played, 4 games, threw 9 touchdowns, 2 picks, and came in for Drew Brees, who, by the way, missed 5 games and still threw just as many touchdown passes as Kirk Cousins, who was supposed to be in the Pro Bowl, according to myself. This guy has absolutely come out and, only missed 5 games. If there was any doubt that he is an elite quarterback, or not, excuse me, not that elite. If there was any doubt that he was going to come back this season and be the same player he was after that injury, it's gone. Right now, it is gone because of how well he has played down the stretch. Michael Thomas already broken the receiving record. Absolutely amazing. And he did it in 15 games. He's still got another game if he wants it. Look at this. I think people forget just because of the fact that Alvin Kamara hasn't exactly taken care of business this year. It's not all on him. They've got some scary running backs. Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara are a scary running game that people count out. Drew Brees is a future Hall of Famer. Their defense is stepping up. Cameron Jordan is like 33 and still getting 14.5 sacks a year.
He just signed Janoris Jenkins.
Yeah, this team. I don't think a lot of people realize how. I would say that they are one of the hottest teams in the NFL, other than the Ravens. The Ravens are their whole separate thing, but the Saints are one of the toughest teams in the entire league, let alone the NFC.